Good evening. Welcome everyone to a historic meeting of the historic meeting of the Bellflower City Council, regular City Council. It is Monday, December 14, 2020. It is 7:01 by my watch, and I am calling this meeting in order. Before we begin, please note that all public meetings will be recorded. When a participant logs in via their computer or calls in to join the meeting, their name and/or phone number will be visible to all participants. Unless you are providing public comment, your audio will be muted and your video will be disabled. Persons wishing to be audience members to the meeting may do so anonymously. Anonymous participants, however, will not be recognized for public comment. Persons who seek to bypass the city's host controls will be dropped and blocked from the meeting. Thank you for your cooperation. Madam City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Hamada,
Here.
Councilmember Santinas,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Coops,
Here.
Councilmember Denton,
Here.
Mayor Garza,
Here. Thank you for that, Madam City Clerk. This evening, we will be led in our invocation by Mr. Jared Coops, and we will be led in our Pledge of Allegiance by Mr. Hunter L. Coleman. Mr. Coops, if you may lead us, please. Please rise.
Please bow with me for a word of prayer. Father, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today, for each mind and heart that fills the presence of this room. We thank you. Only you truly know what we are setting out to accomplish today. We have an idea, a vision, hints, and daily instructions. We have talents, abilities, and a time to work. However, only you can see in perfect detail the end of every beginning. Every project, every season, every life. Nothing is ever in vain, for even mistakes and missteps are used for good. Your righteousness transcends all our efforts and understanding. Forgive us for our pride, the pride that puffs us up and the pride that threatens us to unqualify us. Strengthen our confidence in who you have made us to be. Set us free from comparison in order to work together efficiently. Lord, bless this meeting today, all those present, as well as the lives of those we will encounter afterward. Ready us to make every moment count. In his name we pray. Amen.
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 All right, please place the flag. Mr. Coleman, the floor is yours.
Please put your hand over your heart and join me with saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag
of the United
of the
States
United
of
States of
America
America.
and to the republic for which it stands,
And
one nation,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For all.
Thank you.
That's one of the sweetest pledges I've ever heard. Thank you, Mr. Coleman, and thank you, Mr. Coops, for joining us this evening and leading us in your respective parts of our meeting. Thank you. Item number 5A, Mr. Stewart.
This is consideration of possible action to adopt resolution number 20-76, a resolution reciting the fact of the special and general municipal election consolidated with the general election held on November 3rd, 2020, declaring the result and such other matters as provided by law.
Thank you for that, Mr. Stewart. Let me open it up first for questions from my city council colleagues. Any questions, gentlemen, regarding this evening's item 5A? All right. Hearing none, any comments from the public regarding certification of the elections that we just had? All right, hearing none, I will entertain a motion regarding item 5A.
Mayor, I'd like to adopt resolution number 20-76. Make a motion to adopt it.
Great. So I have a motion by Councilmember Dutton and a second by Councilmember Santa Ynez. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Hamada,
Aye.
Councilmember Santinas,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Coops,
Aye.
Councilmember Denton,
Aye.
Mayor Garza,
Aye. Thank you so much for that, gentlemen, and Madam City Clerk. And right quick, before we move on, I just want to offer congratulations to District 1, District 2, and District 4 for the selections of these gentlemen to continue to represent you. I am looking forward to the future of our city. We are in good hands with these gentlemen, and congratulations again for the trust that our residents have placed upon you, gentlemen. With that, at this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to our Honorable Mayor Pro Tem Coops.
Thank you, Mayor Garza. I want to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Garza for the dedicated service to the city of Bellflower. He will be recognized and celebrated at an outgoing mayor's ceremony scheduled for Monday, January 25th next year. And thank you, Juan, for all your hard work and your dedication to the job, to the council. You've accomplished a lot of great things this year, things that we're going to hang our hat on for years to come. The homeless shelter being one of many. But I want to thank you for your service. I want to thank you for your dedication. I want to thank you for your family. It's been an unusual year, but you were up for the challenge. You made us proud. And like you reminded me when you came to my store 8 years ago, who would have ever thought that we would have this wonderful relationship develop, and the beneficiary was the city of Bellflower. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll now move on to the oath of office ceremony. The Honorable Maria Puente Porras, Judge of the Superior Court, will be administering the oaths of office tonight. And we'd like to make a few comments at this time. Judge, please make your comments.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And for all the family and community that's joining us tonight, thank you for your great involvement in making these leaders who you've elected to making them know or letting them know that you expect that their promises will be met and that their goodwill that they've shown as former council members, Pro Tem Mayor Coops and Raymond Hamada, and an incoming council member, Victor Sanchez. I have the pleasure and the honor of administering the oath, but I'm very humbled because I have known these gentlemen for some years. In fact, as a fellow Kiwanian, Victor first joined Kiwanis as a key clubber. So I've seen Victor grow to be the public servant that he is today. Mayor Coops's dedication to the city has been steadfast, as well as your other fellow council members, including Raymond Hamada and Ray Dutton. And Juan Garza, of course. So I just want to share with you how incredibly happy I am to be a part of this, because before I assumed the bench, I was a practicing attorney, and our efforts for the community, while are not always readily apparent, know that that's the fiber that has made your city so successful, and that it will continue to weather the storm. And now more than ever, you see the unity that their leadership and their dedication to you, the community, has benefited from their hard work that started many years ago. Mayor Coops just said 8 years, having known Juan Garza. The fibers go back so much further, and they are just perpetuating actually all of the good work. So please join me in congratulating them individually and collectively. And most importantly, I'm so proud to call them friends. Thank you. Madam Clerk, we may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. City Clerk Ochichi, will you please introduce each oath of office to be administered?
Honorable Maria Puente Porras will now administer the oath of office to council member-elect for District 1, Raymond Hamada.
May I invite Raymond Hamada to please stand and raise your right hand to be sworn, please?
I've been standing the whole time, eager.
Thank you. Please state your name.
I, Raymond Hamada,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Thank you.
All right, I'm good. Okay.
Now, the Honorable Maria Puente Porras will administer the oath of office to Councilmember-elect for District 2, Dan Coops.
I, Dan Coops, you're on mute.
All right, I'm ready.
Thank you. Raise your right hand. We see you placing your hand on the Bible. Thank you. I, Dan Coops,
I, Dan Coops,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
And now, the Honorable Maria Puente Porras will administer the oath of office to Councilmember-elect for District 4, Victor Sanchez.
Thank you. Mr. Sanchez, will you please rise, raise your right hand to be sworn?
Ready to go, ma'am.
Thank you. Hello, family. I, Victor Sanchez,
I, Victor Sanchez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats, congrats, everybody.
Thank you so much, Judge. Certificates of election will be signed and presented to each council member. I turn the meeting over to you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you.
All right, so at this time, I just want to thank you for all your support. With me tonight at my home is my wife, of course, who held the Bible, and my son who gave the invocation. My family's at a Christmas program for my two grandchildren, so they couldn't be present. But just a historical night for the city of Bellflower to be able to do this online. And we hope in the future. Victor, is that you? I hope in the future that we can do it the traditional way. Anyway, Raymond Hamada, give us your story on what's going on in your life this evening, followed by Victor Sanchez. Thank you.
All right, let me quickly do some intros here. As we are gathering the Hamada team and Coleman. Here's my lovely wife, Sue, my daughter, Amy, my other daughter, Heather. Okay, that's the little one, but you saw Hunter there, Mr. Pledge, and young Jace over there. So that's who was able. And I saw on the list of participants, the Milkowitz family, and they're the in-laws, Sue's sister, Cindy, brother-in-law, Rob, and nephew, Justin, if he's around. So, all right. I can move on. Thank you. So I just a few moments. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First off, good evening, Bellflower. I'm again honored and humbled to continue my role with Team Bellflower. Being a public servant is what I embraced many years ago through municipal government work. It's about being part of a community that works together to stay on a path of care, cooperation, and also collaboration. And as many know, Bellflower was my first home as an infant, and it sure looks to be the place for the full run of the course. So I still have those vivid memories of, cows and haystack at the corner of Rosecrans and Clark, and now the Kaiser Permanente, where my three children were born. I remember good old street baseball and football, playing into the darkness of day and not worrying about a thing. Washington Junior High, oh my there. And I can also say go Bucks as a few of my fellow colleagues now. It was a great time at BHS. And I just want to tell everyone, don't stop believing that many more memories will be made by our community again now and to come. And right now we're faced with a challenging and difficult time. This council has made bold and tough decisions because they were the right thing to do, because they made sense after thorough review and evaluation, and because they resonated. That assurance for the overall public's health, safety, and welfare. I here stand by my past decisions and will continue to serve our community the best of my ability. So let me get to some quick thank yous. I want to first thank the Honorable Judge Porras. Thank you, Maria, again, for conducting the swearing-in ceremonies. And yes, you are a friend. And again, thank you for doing all you're doing out there in that tough real world out there. So, and I also want to say Hail Kiwanis. So again, thank you to my colleagues for their support, wisdom, commitment, fortitude, and love of our hometown. And to my, let's say all my commissioners, committee members, neighborhood watch captains, volunteers, whoever you are, again, thank you wholeheartedly for your dedication to public service. I want to thank the staff. They're a team of experts, go-getters, and to all, I can't say enough, job well done, staff. To all the residents and businesses, thank you for your continued pursuit of community pride. I wish you much success in your endeavors. Again, to my friends and campaign supporters, thank you for having my back, and my utmost gratitude for all the moral support. And now to my dear family, again, my lovely and definitely smarter than me, wife Sue. Thank you for being by my side on this journey. I love you, honey. To my kids, Jason, he's in Hawaii right now, and fiance Jenna, Heather, and husband Christian, and Amy. And also, I just want to thank you for being good, since I'm a public official. So, and also thank you for being patient with my preoccupation with government stuff. To my grandsons, Hunter and Jace, thank you, big guy Hunter, for having the courage to do the pledge at 8 years old. I know I owe you big time. So, and to my happy-go-lucky youngster Jace there, do all the Christmas dancing you want, because because we all need to keep smiling and laughing. So God bless you all. God bless Bellflower. God bless our United States. Again, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr.
Mayor
Amato.
Pro Tem, I'll say for now.
Yeah, that's all right.
All
Mr. Victor, what do you have to say?
Well, thank you, everyone. Good evening again. I'd like to make some introductions as well. I have my lovely wife, my mom here, and my son, Santiago, my brother Edgar, and my brother Gio, and my dad, Victoriano Sanchez here. So we have the whole family here to celebrate this moment. So thank you for joining me, absolutely, and thank you for everything. I'd like to make a few quick remarks, Mr. Mayor, if I may. Thank you. First off, for the opportunity, I'd like to start off by thanking the immediate past mayor, Juan Garza, for his service and dedication to our Bellflower community. And you and your family are exemplary leaders in our city, and it means a great deal to me to follow after you. Thank you for all that you do for our city and our community, and everything you will continue to do. Thank you, past Mayor Juan Garza. I also want to thank the Honorable Judge Maria Puente, a great friend as well, for being here tonight to swear me and my fellow colleagues into the position of service to our community. I'd like to state that the judge is extremely active in the Bellflower community. When the pandemic first began, she was one of the first ones to sign up and to help at the YMCA food distribution. She's always been very active. She is a mentor and someone I have dearly admired for almost 15 years. Thank you for all that you do for us, Judge Puente, for us. I am humbled and grateful for the support that I have received on this journey. Today, we make history in many different ways. This is our first ever oath of office conducted via Zoom, but we also bring in new energy, new blood from someone who was born and raised and lived his entire life in the city of Bellflower. I'm proud to be a representative of the community. So with that, to all the residents and businesses of Bellflower who believed in me and have placed their trust on me, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support. To my team, Jenny, Naheem, Cynthia, Eduardo, Sophia, and Jasmine, these young adults born and raised in the city of Bellflower, ranging from the age of 18 to 22 years young, led the day-to-day operations of the campaign and transformed electioning in Bellflower. I am extremely proud of them and their civic engagement. They are the future, and I look forward to the bright future before them. I do want to give a quick shout out to Ms. Nicoletti, our government teacher, for all the students except for one that I mentioned. These are all Bellflower and Mayfair alumni. So thank you, team, again, for all your hard work and your dedication. To my mentors, friends, and family, I want to thank you for the support and sacrifice that you have made with me to make this a reality. Thanks to you, I can stand on my own and be able to represent our city and its constituents proudly and honorably. To my wife, Susie, and to my son, Santiago, thank you. And I want to thank you. I want to thank God for giving me the support and the strength to always be a part of the community, and for allowing me the opportunity to be a part of this role. Without you, Susie, I wouldn't be half a man that I am today. Thank you for sharing in my passion and love for the community of Bellflower, a city that I love and truly adore. I love you and I appreciate you, honey. Thank you. And last but not least, I do want to thank our city staff and you, my fellow council members, for your commitment and dedication to building a better Bellflower. I pledge to serve you, or to serve, sorry, I pledge to you service to our residents and my sincere efforts on behalf of our city. I will represent our city proudly and honorably. I look forward to working with you. That concludes my comments, Mr. Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Victor. You know, it's really cool that we were able to have the Honorable Maria Puente Porras do the oath of office, being all that we know her, and we're all Kiwanians from City of Bellflower Club. So Maria, again, I want to thank you for you taking the time to put us in the right direction. And we'll see you at Club as soon as we reopen. But thank you very much for coming out this evening and helping us with this effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy holidays to all.
All right, thank you. All right, now we move on to City Council reorganization. Mr. Stewart, next item, please.
You read it, Mr. Mayor, it's City Council reorganization, and I believe Mr. Cheeky has the next thing to say about that.
Conduct the nominations for the office of mayor. Nominations are now open for the office of mayor of the city of Bellflower. Nominations do not require a second.
Madam City Clerk, I'd like to nominate Councilmember Dan Coops for mayor.
Second. Oh, did I jump the gun on that one?
Hearing no further nominations, nominations are closed. When I call your name, please state aye or no. Councilmember Dutton.
Aye.
Member Hamada.
Aye.
Member Coops.
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez.
Aye.
Councilmember Santinas.
Aye.
Congratulations, Mayor Coops.
Thank you.
And now I will turn the meeting over to you to conduct the nominations for the office of Mayor Pro Tem.
All right, nominations are now open for the office of Mayor Pro Tem for the city of Bellflower. Nominations do not require a second.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Councilmember Ray Dunn for Mayor Pro Tem.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to second that nomination.
Are there any other further nominations? Hearing no further nominations, nominations are now closed. City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
When I call your name, please state aye or no. Councilmember Dutton.
Aye.
Councilmember Hamada. Councilmember Hamada. Looks like he may have froze. I will come back. Councilmember Sanchez.
Aye.
Councilmember Santinas.
Aye.
Mayor Coops.
Aye.
Councilmember Hamada. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Let's try again. Councilmember Hamada. I believe he may have dropped from the call. City Attorney, do we need to wait or do we move forward?
Excuse me, Madam City Clerk, I recommend that you wait a couple minutes. Let me text him to see if he can get on.
He's muted right now. There you go.
Yeah, he's unmuted now.
Video is frozen though.
Oh, okay. Let me either jump in here quickly before I lose it again.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah, I'm back on. I definitely want to support the nomination of Mr. Dutton as mayor.
Thank
pro
you.
tem.
Thank you so much.
Add me to the ayes. Thank you. Hopefully I'm going to stay connected.
Thank you. Congratulations, Mayor Pro Tem Dutton.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ray.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats, Ray or Raymond.
It's our inside joke, isn't it, Ray?
Yep. Keep at it, Ray.
Congratulations, Mr. Dutton. Maybe we'll all chip in and buy you a computer that's got a camera on it for next year.
Well, actually, when this COVID hit, you tried to go get cameras, you couldn't get them, and now they're available. And I do have one. I just didn't put it on yet. Just
All right.
got it last week. Takes a while. I'm a mechanic, not an electrician.
Well, we just like to see your smiling face. All right, it says on note here, the newly elected mayor will make his remarks at introduction of the family members. You already heard, I got an empty house here. Everybody took off on me, so that's okay. But I just want to thank you all for the support for the coming year of being mayor. I'll do my best to try to keep Bellflower moving forward. We've had some good years in the past, and I look for even greater years in the future. My main concern for the coming year will be to try to get our parks and everything else reopened again as the powers that be see fit, so we can reestablish some of the great programs that have gone by the wayside over the last 9 months. And maybe we can get Bravo going again at the end of the year. I'd like to see the car show come back. I'd like to see all the businesses on Bellflower Boulevard regain the vigor that they had before we were shut down. But I think that's where my concentration will be, because we had so many good things going and we needed to reinstate those. I promise I'll always be straight with you guys. You know that. I'll tell it like it is. I'll give you every opportunity at the meeting to show what you think and why you think it. But I consider this an honor to be able to lead the meetings. We all have an equal vote in what we do and say in the city. But, you know, I get to be on TV and explain how it goes. But we're all equal here. And I appreciate what Victor said about bringing another viewpoint, new blood to the council. And as Dutton and I have been around, and Sonny as well, it's good to have new eyes on some of the old projects. So again, thank you so much for your confidence in me. And we look forward to serving together in what I hope to be 2021, a much better year. You know, I contend that after Kobe got killed in that plane crash in January, nothing ever went right again. Think about it. I mean, we go from riots to virus to economics. There's so many things that occurred this year that we'd like to put in the rearview mirror. So Mayor Pro Tem Dutton, you're on.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor Coops. Congratulations. And again, I'd like to congratulate Ray Hamada along with Victor Sanchez for their elections and their new foyer seats. And I'm going to enjoy working with you. And Dan, Sonny, and myself being the old guys now, I enjoy working with you all guys just the same. All I can say is Mr. Sanchez has got some big shoes to fill after Juan Garza. But I think you can do it. I have faith in you. You've grown so much. I don't know, was it 10 or 12 years ago that we asked you to do something because we wanted the young person's input in an ad hoc committee. And just to see Mr. Sanchez grow since then, and now he's being seated on the council is amazing. Just goes to show you what the hard work. I believe we will all be working together as a well-oiled machine. We have some differences, but we always work it out. It's always what we pull the same direction and get to the same place. All you all my colleagues here are excellent people in their belief system and pull to get the job done. And I want to thank each and every one of you for what you do and what you give back to this community as Bellflower. Thank you, Mayor. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dutton. All right, moving on to item 9, public comments. Mr. Stewart.
This is the time set aside for the public to address the city council on matters not listed on the agenda. You will be given 3 minutes to address the city council. Attempts to provide comment at times not designated on the agenda may result in the city dropping you from the meeting.
If you'd like to speak, please use the raised hand feature. If by computer, it appears under the participations tab. If it's by phone app, it'll appear under the more button at the right hand corner. Or if by telephone, simply press 9 to raise your hand.
Mr. Mayor, if I could interject one more time, I should add that there have been 2 public comments submitted in writing earlier today. They've both been received. One was by Mr. Malik Tariq Mahmood, and the other is by Mr. Ken Letourneau. Both comments have been posted on the city's website for public review, and just let the record show that they've been entered into it, to the record. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. You will be called upon in the order received. You can then unmute your microphone so you can provide your comments. Do we have any public comments tonight, Madam City Clerk?
Mayor, we have a few public comments. The first is Bill Cinco. Allow me to get the timer up on the screen and then you may begin. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Cinco.
Okay, just wanted to quickly say congratulations to Victor Sanchez. Victor has been working for me for 1.5 years now, and he is the epitome of the American dream, is he not? And such a hardworking young man who absolutely loves Bellflower. Every day it's about Bellflower at work. If we go to lunch, it has to be in Bellflower. If we're going to go shopping anywhere, it has to be in Bellflower. So he is all about Bellflower, and I'm very happy to see that the city recognized that and voted him into the office, and I'm expecting good things from him for your city. So congratulations, Victor. See you at work tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else like to give comment?
Mayor, next I have Laura Sanchez. Allow me to reset the timer and then you may begin. Go ahead.
Ms. Sanchez, I believe your mic
There
is
we
muted.
go. Can you hear? How's that now? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, this is Laura Sanchez Ramirez from the Bellflower. I'm the board president. I want to say congratulations to all, to Victor Sanchez, this newly elected official. He's a wonderful person and a great friend. And I have the privilege to actually have worked together in some of these, like with the YMCA, giving the lunches to our kids in the district. You have somebody wonderful that's going to work together, and for Juan Garza to bring a great mayor. And I know you're all going to work together, Dan Coops and Ray Denton and Raymond Hamada. Ray, congratulations to all. You guys are a great team. I know you're going to do great things, continue to do great things in the city of Bellflower and for our students.
Thank you, Laura.
Congratulations on behalf of the board as well. Thank you.
Anyone else like to give testimony this evening?
Mayor, I have Chad Oberly next. I've reset the timer. You can go ahead, Mr. Oberly.
Hey everyone, this is Chad from Assemblywoman Garcia's office. I just wanted to extend some congratulations and thank yous on her behalf. Number one, to outgoing Mayor Juan Garza. Thank you for everything during this crazy year. I'll elaborate with my congratulations on the 25th for you. To Ray and Dan, congratulations on your new roles in the council, and to Ray Hamada on your incoming, winning your election, and also to Victor. It's been great to get to know you over these past couple of years, and you're gonna have quite a job ahead of you, but I know you'll do a great job. So on behalf of the Assemblywoman, thank you, congratulations to you all. And to Sunny, I guess I'll just wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Mayor, next I have Sue Nicoletti. I've restarted the timer. You may go ahead.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to say congratulations to Victor and to everyone else who won office, but Victor has a special place in my heart. He's actually the first former student I've ever had that has now held public office. And this is kind of any government teacher's dream, if you think about it. Everything that everyone has said about him is very true. He's hardworking. He's an amazing young man. And I know that a lot of the students that helped him along in this campaign, they're also going to be up and comers, and they're going to be working in their own communities, if not Bellflower. But Victor, I just wanted to say congratulations. It's like so proud, absolutely so proud. And actually, the entire city council has worked so well with Bellflower, and we can't thank you enough from our end. But this is just the icing on the cake. And now we have to, hopefully over the years, we'll see more and more and more Bellflower students populating, but I know we already have a lot, but it's wonderful to see you. Congratulations.
Mayor, next I have James Cody Berkey. You may proceed.
Well, I also wanted to congratulate Sanchez on his victory. I want to congratulate him both as a neighbor and also on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Cerritos College. We're just very excited to have somebody so passionate about Bellflower at such an important level, and I can't think of anybody better seat. Thank you guys so much for all your hard work. It's the entire Sanchez family. It's mean a lot to all of us.
Mr. Berkey, please speak closer to the microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Congratulations to Councilmember Sanchez on his victory. I wanted to also extend that congratulations in addition to being a neighbor as board of trustees of Cerritos College as well. And we couldn't imagine somebody better fit for this office. So thank you so much for your devotion and your sacrifice, Sanchez family, to making this happen. We as the citizens get to be the beneficiaries. So thank you.
Mayor, next I have Kim Tachiki Chin. I've gone ahead and reset the timer. You may begin when ready.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, and honorable city council members. My name is Kim Tachiki Chin. I'm a senior field deputy for Congresswoman Lucille Roybal Allard. And I just wanted to wish Victor, Councilmember Sanchez, I'm sorry, congratulations, and as well as Councilmember Hamada. I know that, things are just going to move right along. Victor, I know you're just going to hit the ground running, and look forward to working with all of you in the coming year. And thank you so much for your service in the past. Victor, even though you weren't a council member, you were already serving the community. So thank you so much for all that you're doing. And to the rest of city council members and everybody listening, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Be safe and be healthy. Okay, thank you.
Mayor, next I have Morena Cintron. I've reset the timer. You can go ahead, Ms. Cintron.
Hi, good evening. I just wanted to take a moment and extend my congratulations to our new council member for District 4, for all the districts, but especially District 4. Victor, I cannot wait to see what trails you blaze for Bellflower. And I also want to give a special thank you to Juan Garza for, I'm a very outspoken resident, and thank you so much for taking all my calls and answering my texts and hearing me during city council meetings. So I wish everybody happy holidays, happy new year, and please be safe. Thank you. Mayor, next I have Gus Orozco. The timer's been reset. You can go ahead, Mr. Orozco.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gus Orozco. I'm the chair of the Long Beach Veterans Day Committee, and I have been working with Councilmember Sanchez and Councilmember Hamada for quite some time, so I know the work ethic that these men have, and I just can't wait to see what comes next, especially Victor. He's going to hit the ground running. There's no doubt about that. So I'm incredibly proud to have worked with them in the past and can't wait to see what things they drag me into this time. And as for Mayor Juan Garza, I'm incredibly proud of all the work he's done in the community, and I know that he's going on to bigger and better things. And as always, gentlemen, you can always count on me. Thank you very much and have a good evening.
Mayor, I have Tracy McSparron. Miss McSparron, the timer's been reset. You may go ahead.
Hi, just want to make sure you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Great. I just wanted to say thank you and congratulations to the newly organized City Council. I'm super excited to see the great things that the future has to hold. A special thank you to outgoing Mayor Juan Garza for all of the things he's done during his term on the council. And I know that he's still going to be a very involved city member, and we look forward to continuing that relationship. But as superintendent of Bellflower Unified and former Bellflower High School principal, I do have to give a special shout out to Victor Sanchez, who is an alumni of Bellflower High School. And I know that his passion and his drive is going to help do great things in the city of Bellflower, and especially in Area 4, which he represents. And I have to say, go Bucks. Thank you very much.
Mayor, I'm not seeing any further public comment.
All right. Tracy, in case you remember, Coops, Hamada, and Dutton also graduated from Bellflower High, lest we forget. Anyway, moving on to public hearings, Mr. Stewart, 10A.
Yeah, this is consideration and possible action to conduct an annual public hearing to consider whether the 5% utility users tax should continue in effect or be modified or repealed. And Mr. Hockman has a brief report on that.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Am I coming through clearly?
Yes.
Very good. Well, as most of you know, I've given this report for roughly 20 years, and it continues to get shorter and shorter each year, in part or in large part because the news continues to get worse, quite frankly. I refer you to your chart that references the amount of revenue that is being brought in, is expected to be brought in, and you can see the gap between what we would expect to bring in if we were trying to keep pace with inflation, if we were trying to keep pace with population growth. You can see that that's a massive difference between the graph points there on your y-axis. And what's typically being blamed, the culprit for this, continues to be the further modernization of telecommunications, where more and more communication is not taking place on highly taxable landlines. People are communicating over the internet, which cannot be taxed. They're communicating on cell phones in ways that are less taxable. And there's no expectation that that trend is going to change. Probably to a lesser degree, we have some modernization of electrical, bulbs and components, more energy efficient, more of a development of solar power, which would again be less taxable. And so between those two, we see this trend for the last decade, which again, we're not expecting to see any improvement. You recall this has been in place, as the chart indicates, since the mid-90s. And we've gone to, I guess, to the extent that we could. We modernized the ordinance at some point along the way to make sure we were capturing what we could at that time. You may recall that several years ago, but here's where we stand today. And again, an outlook that's not at all optimistic. Nevertheless, the Public Safety Review Committee met again as per ordinance in November, made their findings and decided that they still believe we should keep going as written with this tax. I mean, $2.8 million is still $2.8 million. And we're not really in a position with everything going on in recent years, some economic decline to say no to some money that's been stable as an income source to some degree for these many years. So they voted unanimously to keep it going. And that's their recommendation to you as a council. And as we've done every December for decades now, you have the option to take their findings and vote accordingly. So very brief on my report tonight, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Joel, for that great report. Mayor Pro Tem Ray Dutton, you've got any questions of Joel? Ray, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Darn mute button. Forgot. Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't have any questions tonight. It's sad to see the revenue go down after all these years, but it is what it is. But no questions to staff.
All right. Sunny Inez, have you any questions of the presentation?
I just have a comment, Mr. Mayor, if I may. The report is kind of very concerning to me because we've been going through this every year, and the trend is continuing that the revenue is going down. I'm not blaming our residents for the decline in the revenue because they're taking advantage of the advances in technology. They're getting rid of the landlines. They're installing more energy efficient appliances, installing solar as was reported. And at the same time, our cost continues to go up. Particularly, I mean, just the cost of the sheriff service alone, I mean, every year, just that service alone continues to go up. So I believe that's something that we need to address long term because the revenue is going down and then the cost will continue to go up. So I just want to make sure that we continue to address this issue because it's not going away. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Member. Councilmember Ray Hamada, have you any questions of staff's presentation?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Right now, no questions of staff, but again, yeah, I'd echo those comments from my colleague. And again, this money is critical to the services provided again by this community. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Hamada. Councilmember Victor Sanchez, have you any questions of staff?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, just one question for staff. If you could just, for the knowledge of the audience, kind of give us a quick summary of where the funds will be allocated in the sense of the community policing program. Just a brief summary.
Sure. Council at the origin of this tax made an obligation or made a verbal obligation that the money would largely be spent on community policing, which was a relatively new, I guess, philosophy or program at the time that became very popular in the 90s. This notion of the way to get through community problems is not simply to call law enforcement and try to continually arrest ourselves out of the problem. The idea being that we want to figure out more comprehensive ways of solving community problems. And the main way of doing that would be through forming partnerships, including law enforcement, neighborhood watch, district attorney, probation. We've even had a Section 8 housing inspector that played a role for some years, volunteers on patrol, non-sworn officers like your CSOs, everybody working together to try to resolve an issue more comprehensively than just perhaps treating the symptoms. And so that was the impetus for utility users tax, more formally then applied to and adopted community policing program, which we've had since then. And a summary of that program actually is on our website under the Public Safety Department for anyone in the public that would like to read some of the components of what our plan is now. It's obviously morphed over the years with a number of budget cuts and some other kinds of changes that have taken place that required us to adapt, but the notion is still the same now as it was then. Let's figure out the best way to handle our stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Hockman. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That concludes my questions at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Sanchez. All right, at this point, we'll open the public hearing. Do I have a motion to do so?
Motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
All right, we got a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Dutton, followed by a second by Councilmember Sonny Sanyanez. Without objection, that'll be the order. And if anyone wants to speak, allow them to speak. So if we have any public input, we're ready to listen.
I do see a couple of raised hands, but I think these are two members of the public who intended to catch the public comment portion, which closed. Did you want to reopen the public comment after this item to allow those two members of the public to speak?
Yes, let's complete this work first, and then we'll come back to them later.
Okay, so is there anyone who would like to provide public comment for item 10A? Mr. Mayor, I don't see any public comment for this particular item.
All right, so I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a second, Mr. Mayor.
All right, so Mr. Hamada made the motion, supported by Mr. Sanchez. Without objection, that'll be the order. So anybody like to make a stab at this?
Yeah, I'll make a stab at it, Mayor. I'd like to, after considering the evidence, I'd like to make a motion to approve the continuance of the UUT and fund the community policing program with the revenues generated from the UUT.
Second
motion.
Wholeheartedly.
All right, so Mr. Dutton made the motion, supported by Mr. Hamada. Let's do a roll call, please.
Councilmember Hamada,
Aye.
Member Sanchez,
Aye.
Councilmember Santinas,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dutton,
Aye.
Aye. Congratulations, Mr. Sanchez. You just made your first vote.
Thank you.
One of many, I expect. All right, 11A.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, there is one person with their hand raised that intended to speak under public comment. Would you like to allow them to speak?
Yes, please.
We will get the timer on the screen. You may begin. I believe it was Miss Wilkinson.
Okay, we're here for her to give testimony if she wants to.
Hi there, thank you very much. I don't know what was happening with my raised hand, but thank you. I just wanted to congratulate everyone who was elected, and I've not known personally Coops or Ray, but I've known them through my sister Maria. But I'd like to give a great congratulations to Victor, who I've been blessed to get to know through my sister, but also through his work and just connections in the past historical. So many congratulations, many blessings to all of you as you proceed. I have been a long time resident of Bellflower, left for a minute, and now I am a new homeowner in Bellflower, also in Victor's district. So I appreciate all that you guys have done, both as a resident and also as a community worker as well. So I do appreciate the time that you guys have taken, and greatly congratulate Mr. Hamada, Mr. Hoops, and also, I'm sorry, Coops, and also Victor, congratulations. Well, Mayor Garza, you've done a great service to our community in your time of service. I'm looking forward to the many new things that you will be endeavoring and all the new things that will be coming in to Bellflower with all the hard work that you guys will do. So congratulations all and many blessings. Stay healthy and have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you. So Myra, have we completed the inquiries on public testimony?
At least one more.
Okay.
Mayor, I have a person with the title Blanca's iPhone who would like to present comment. They will need to identify themselves prior to presenting comment.
My name is Blanca Pacheco, Mayor Pro Tem of Downey.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Reset the timer. You may go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Blanca Pacheco. I'm the Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Downey, and I am also a fellow Kiwanian. I just want to say congratulations to Victor. I'm extremely proud of you. I know you will do an amazing job on council. To Mayor Juan Garza, thank you for your service. The city of Bellflower is truly blessed to have had you as mayor. And also, it was a pleasure serving with you on the League of California Cities LA division. You did an amazing job as the president. So I just want to say hello to everyone and thank you all for serving City of Bellflower. And I wish you all happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, I have one additional speaker by the name of Glenn Windmiller. Mr. Windmiller, you may go ahead. I've reset the timer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm at work right now. I just wanted to squeeze in really quick. I just wanted to give a big thank you for leaving Mayor Juan Garza. You've done a phenomenal job. I've been following all your work. So I really appreciate just seeing all that. And then for the incoming council members, Ray Hamada, of course, Victor Sanchez, council member, the guy I've known for about 20 years now. I have to say, if there's anybody set for the job, it's this guy. So I'm really excited for you guys. I'm really just over ecstatic to see all the great things coming to Bellflower. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Mayor, I'll give the public just a moment to utilize the feature. I'm not seeing any further raised hands at this time.
All right, thank you. So we'll move on to ordinance and resolutions for consideration. 11A, Mr. Stewart.
11A has been covered. That was the, I'm sorry, 11A is consideration possible action to adopt resolution 20-79, a resolution encouraging the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors to repeal the new health officer order restricting outdoor dining effective November 25th, 2020. And so I believe Mr. Santanez is the one that asked for this to be on the agenda. So unless you have any questions of us, Mr. Santanez, we'll defer to you.
Thank you, Jeff. So Sonny, what do you want to make some presentation of what your idea here?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to thank former Mayor, past Mayor Juan Garza for initiating the letter to the Board of Supervisors against the banning of outdoor dining. And I want to bring this to the City Council for formal action by a resolution for a few reasons. One is I want to hear from the restaurant owners who are directly affected by this ban on outdoor dining. If you recall, there was a vote by the County Board of Supervisors. It failed on a 2-3 vote. And one thing that was brought up during the discussion is it lacked there was very little scientific data to support that action. In addition to that, it will negatively, and it does negatively impact our restaurants, especially in our city of Bellflower. If you recall, the city of Bellflower provided some business assistance to a number of restaurants so that they can purchase their outdoor dining equipment. And that will not be utilized because of this ban on outdoor dining. The second reason I want to bring this to a formal action by the City Council is that there was a change in the makeup of the Board of Supervisors. When the vote was taken, Mark Ridley Thomas was representing District 2 of the LA County. In the meantime, there was an election, and Holly Mitchell was elected as the replacement for Mark Ridley Thomas. So I'm hoping that with the replacement of Mark Ridley Thomas, that the Board of Supervisors will reconsider their action, because it really hurts our restaurants who are already struggling. Because you and I know that restaurants cannot survive just by takeout service alone. They couldn't. And as a consequence of that, they have to lay off some employees. In the meantime, they have to pay all their expenses, the rent, utilities, licenses, all these taxes. They don't go away. So I'm hoping that the Board of Supervisors will reconsider their action. And I'm all for scientific data. If there's scientific data supporting the spread of coronavirus through outdoor dining, I'm for it. They should continue the ban. But right now, there is no scientific data to support that. So thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Santianes. All right, so at this time, we would take any public comments that want to be offered about this.
Mayor, I'll give the public just a moment to utilize the feature. I have Craig Frissinger wanting to present comment. Mr. Frissinger, give me one moment to put the timer up on the screen. Okay, you may begin.
Hello, everybody. First of all, I want to thank Mayor Garza for his service and always having an open door, taking all those before morning breakfast text messages from me. I appreciate you always being able to listen. Congratulations, Victor. And I do have your number. So looking forward to working with you. So I'm the owner of Frank's Restaurant for 14 months. And I just want to go back to a little bit of history. This is coronavirus round 4 for us restaurants. We were closed in March for takeout. We were allowed to reopen in first part of end of May for 60% indoor dining. We were closed again and then allowed to reopen and then closed one more time. When we were open for 60% dining, I work my restaurant every day. I'm here every day, all day long. And there was the weekend of June 19th, I was feeling very uncomfortable. The virus was little known yet. Medical had not caught up with slowing it down. We take temperatures at the door. We had 3 temperatures high that weekend of the 19th, over 100 degrees. We had 1 before. We had 2 clients call in, say they were exposed, and I had employees' mom test positive. So I decided to close the doors as a responsible businessman 4 days before the governor did close the state. So we are responsible restaurant owners, and we do follow the guidelines. We wear masks, not only masks, but thermostat, taking temperatures at the door. I don't know why this is not a mandate for all businesses. The World Health Organization studied 55,924 laboratory confirmed cases of coronavirus. 87.9% had a fever. This is one of the first signs that we have available to us at our doors of any business or our employees. Our employees get temperature checked every day. And I'm going to request 3 more minutes if that's possible.
You only get 3 minutes. Otherwise, I got to do it for everybody.
Okay, well, we're losing a lot of money here. Sales are down 75%. And I've had to lay off 16 of 30 staff, which I've had 42 at the beginning. So there's a lot more detail here. Studies to show that restaurants do not, there's no evidence. Matter of fact, if you go to the county website and you go to LA County down below, the health department gives you a lot of material to look at. And if you go to recent trends and you look at, you go down to where it will say LA County non-resident settings, meetings of criteria 3 or more laboratory confirmed coronavirus cases. This means any employer that has more than 3 cases
Excuse
of
me, Mr.
coronavirus
Frissinger, your 3 minutes has expired.
has to report it. There's 479 cases on here. There's only 29 restaurants.
Go ahead. What can you do to eliminate his testimony? We can't continue.
Thank you, Mr. Coops. We have muted.
All right. Move on to the next applicant.
Mayor, I'll allow the public just a moment to utilize the feature.
Thank you.
Mayor, I'm not seeing any further comment at this time.
Thank you. All right. So that was public comments. Now, apparently, Sonny, what you'd like to be done is we'll put it to a vote for recommendation to go forward to present to the county supervisors. Is that what you'd like?
Yes, yes, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor.
All right. So feel free to make a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion for the City Council of Bellflower to adopt resolution number 20-79.
Second.
All right. So we have a motion by Councilmember Sonny Santinez, supported by Councilmember Raymond Hamada. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Hamada,
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez,
Aye.
Councilmember Santinez,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dutton,
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we've got that wrapped up. No consideration items, number 12, number 13, consent calendar. Is there anything we need to discuss or have pulled or any recusals? Or anybody like to pull something for a separate consideration?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion for the City Council to approve the consent calendar.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilmember Sonny Santinez, supported by Councilmember Raymond Hamada. Please poll the commission, the council.
Councilmember Hamada,
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez,
Aye.
Councilmember Santinez,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Dutton,
Aye.
Mayor Coops.
Aye. Can Victor vote on this since it's his first time around?
Let's look.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, yes, you can.
Okay, we're good. All right, council reports. We'll start out. Victor, we're going to give you a chance to have the sun on you for a moment. So go ahead and give your report, please.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. I have no report at this time. I've made my speech and given my thank yous, and just looking forward to working with you and the rest of the council and staff. So thank you very much.
All right. Mr. Hamada, have you a council report to report?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. Just a couple quick ones. On December 1st, I had a chance to attend SCAG's 11th annual, economic summit. And we heard from Congresswoman Karen Bass. She gave us an update that she hopes to have the next COVID stimulus bill not until after January 11th. So, but we all are hopefully looking forward to that. There was some general discussion on unemployment, and right now the unemployment is still exceeding that of the Great Recession here in LA County, and that's the only county that's suffering that. We also had a chance to get into roundtables. I joined the housing roundtable, and everybody is talking bleak situations. Almost 90% of the group really feels that housing production won't happen. That'll be executed far below what's projected next year. So there's just not talking about all the good stuff, but on the 3rd, I had a chance to attend the Measure H Citizens Oversight Public Advisory meeting. Just the only thing I was able to take out of it, I know it's something we always been trying to work at, is to get some of that money through Measure H. And last year, county spent over $400 million. And there is a small leftover, about 44, and 44 million is our city budget practically. So that's the situation of that, and they're gonna make moves hopefully for next year, but it's still going to be quite a bit of spending, and hopefully people get housed. So I had the fortunate time to attend Supervisor Hahn's swearing in on the 4th, and want to extend congratulations to the supervisor, and again, thank you to the supervisor for all you're doing for Bellflower. Had a great event on December 5th. I attended with now Councilman Victor Sanchez. We helped out with the Salvation Army, and in a couple hours, 500 vehicles. They passed out a lot of personal protection equipment, masks, sanitation. Passed out over 6,000 masks in less than 2 hours. So we were cranking. And lastly, on the 7th, now the mayor and I attended the Leahy well dedication. So again, congratulations to the Bellflower Somerset Mutual Water Company. Hopefully that project will get going, and they'll be pumping out some quality water for Bellflower residents. All right, that was it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Hamada. Councilmember Sonny San Ynez, your report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate everyone. First of all, our former Mayor Juan Garza for a wonderful job that he has done for the city. And as you mentioned earlier, we will appropriately recognize him at the outgoing mayor ceremony. And congratulations to you, Mayor Coops, and also for your re-election. And congratulations to Mayor Pro Tem Ray Dunn. Congratulations to Councilmember Raymond Hamada for his election, and our newly elected Councilmember Victor Sanchez. So I look forward to working with you. One thing that I'd like our residents to know is, to continue knowing, is that your city council is rowing together. So we are the envy of this area, especially Southeast Los Angeles County, because it's been quite a change. If you compare the city council now, let's say compare that to, let's say, 15, 20 years ago, it is almost like day and night. Secondly, I was privileged to go around the city and look around the holiday home decorating contest. I am very proud of what our residents have done. I know that this is the pandemic time. It's tough to decorate the homes, but it's a good cheers for everyone to decorate their homes. And I'm hoping that there'll be more decorations in the next few years. And finally, since this is our last meeting of the year, the only meeting in December, I'd like this opportunity to play this Christmas carol, courtesy of the Vector Control District. So if staff is ready, if you can play that a short video.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a standing water bucket. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 flying wings and a standing water bucket. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 small stomachs, 2 flying wings, and a standing water bucket. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 light cycles, 3 small stomachs, 2 flying wings, and a standing water bucket. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 days to fly, 4 light cycles, 3 small stomachs, 2 flying wings, and a standing water bucket. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 needle mouth parts, 5 days to fly, 4 life cycles, 3 small stomachs, 2 flying wings, and a standing water bucket. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 mosquitoes biting, 6 needle mouth parts, 5 days to fly, 4 life cycles, 3 small stomachs, 2 flying wings, and a standing water bucket. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 days of scratching, 7 mosquitoes biting, 6 needle mouth parts, 5 days to fly, 4 life cycles, 3 small stomachs, 2 flying wings, and a standing water bucket. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 days of hiding, 8 days of scratching, 7 mosquitoes biting, 6 needle mouth parts, 5 days to fly, 4 life cycles, 3 small stomachs, 2 flying wings, and a standing water bucket. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 days of running, 9 days of hiding, 8 days of scratching, 7 mosquitoes biting, 6 needle mouth parts, 5 days to fly, 4 life cycles, 3 small stomachs, 2 flying wings, and a standing water bucket. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 days of spraying, 10 days of running, 9 days of hiding, 8 days of scratching, 7 mosquitoes biting, 6 needle mouth parts, 5 days to fly, 4 life cycles, 3 small stomachs, 2 flying wings, and a standing water bucket.
So, Mr. Mayor, I hope that we get the message from this nice video. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Merry Christmas to all. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Sonny. It's good to know the good work you're doing at the abatement district. All right, Mayor Pro Tem Ray Dutton, you've got any comments you'd like to make?
That's a hard act to follow, but I'm not going to sing.
All right.
But I will, again, I want to really congratulate past Mayor Juan Garza for the fine year he had, even though it was a trying year. He did an excellent job. We had the right man at the helm. And then I know the newly electeds that are sworn in here tonight, it's your night tonight. Congratulations, y'all. I know you're going to do a great job. And with that, I will, we can go on into the holidays and we can all have fun in a COVID-free holiday year. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ray. That was a great report. I'm just moving my computer because its battery's going dead, but I'm good to go. I'm moving from the dining room to the kitchen, so I've got power.
That means the new mayor made the meeting go too long. Batteries didn't last, huh?
Apparently so. I think Sonny just used up 6 months of council comment.
Oh, it's Sonny's fault. Ouch.
Anyway, I just appreciate the good meeting we've had tonight. I appreciate the comments. I didn't realize what a celebrity Victor was, but I'm getting a better idea of it now. To have your school teacher call in and congratulate you. I'm so old that all my school teachers are at Rose Hill, so none of them call in anymore. But nevertheless, congratulations to all you guys on your election. I look forward to working with Victor. This was a goal that he put on his mind many years ago. To be on the Bellflower City Council. I know of no one else who has ever worked as hard as he has to try to get what he has accomplished. I mean, he earned it in every way, sense, or form. So looking forward to seeing him on council. We'll have a good time together. And with Ray and Mr. Dutton and Sonny, and like we talked earlier, we all pull together for the betterment of Bellflower. What I learned after being on council is that when you have consistency and a council that works together, then staff stays with you. And we've got an excellent staff. And if staff stays with you, then the developers come around and they want to do business in Bellflower. And I think from learning that, a council that works together, a staff that stays with us for consistency in the ordinances and what is presented, and our great city manager and all the public work people and their finance, we all pull together for the betterment of the city. And it's proven to be to a real advantage. And Sonny mentioned it earlier, we're kind of the envy of the other cities because we've accomplished so much, and it has to do with a council that works together. So at this time, I'm going to adjourn the meeting. We have no one that's put forward anything in memoriam, so we can end the meeting on a high note. And our next meeting is January 11th.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, to interrupt.
Yeah.
We do have a closed session item tonight.
Right.
That's right. So I'm not going to adjourn totally. We're going to, of course, you guys have your instructions on how to gain access to our closed session meeting. And then after that concludes, we'll come back out and go forward with that. So I'll sign off on this part and we'll move forward to the closed session in a few minutes. Thank you.
If the city manager could state what the closed session item is for the record.
On closed session tonight, we have one item for the record. It's one piece of existing litigation. It's City of Bellflower versus Brazil, and this is going to be an update on that. And we will update if there's any action taken after the closed session. Otherwise, the meeting will be closed. We will close it then.
All right, so we're going to recess the closed session, and we'll be back after we make our determination there. Good night, everyone.
Closed session concluded at 9:48 p.m. tonight. There is no reportable action, so we will adjourn the meeting right now at 9:50.
Thank you.